Problem 325. The two steel shafts shown in the figure, each with one end built into a rigid support, have flanges rigidly attached to their free ends. The shafts are to be bolted together at their flanges. However, initially there is a 6-degree mismatch in the location of the bolt holes, as shown in the figure. Determine the maximum shearing stress in each shaft after the shafts are bolted together. Use modulus of rigidity equal to 12 times 10 to the 6 psi and neglect deformations of the bolts and flanges. So we're given that there's a 6 degrees mismatch in the location of the bolt holes. So if we're going to bolt these two shafts together, then they have to be twisted in opposite direction so that the holes will match and we can insert the bolts. So because of this twisting, there will be torque developed in the shaft and will be resisted by the bolts. Okay, if we are going to draw the free body diagram of each of the shaft, so there will be a torque to be resisted by the bolts. Okay, so let's call this torque T. And that torque T is the same here. If we are going to cut a section here, so we'll cut a section here, then that torque will be resisted by the shaft. Let's call this shaft 1, and then the resisting torque will be T sub 1. And then if we do the same on the right side, we'll cut a section there, and there's a resisting torque T sub 2. So from this, we can say that T sub 1 is equal to T, and also here, T is equal to T sub 2. Therefore, T sub 1 is equal to T sub 2 is equal to T. Okay? So we'll just use T as the resisting torque for each of the shaft. Okay. Now considering the twisting of the shaft, so let's say these are the bolt holes. These are the bolt holes, not the shaft. These are the bolt holes. So there's a 6-degree mismatch. So after being bolted, let's say the red one is the location of the final position of the two bolt holes. So that means this movement from here to here will be the angle of twist of one of the shaft. Let us say this is angle of twist for the second shaft, while this one is the angle of twist of the first shaft. So from the illustration here, we can say that the angle of twist of the left shaft plus the angle of twist of the right shaft is equal to 6 degrees. And to change that to radians, we'll multiply pi over 180. Okay. So from the formula, angle of twist is TL over JG. And we have, okay, so for theta 1, that will be T times L1, which is 6.5 feet. Convert that to inches, we will multiply 12 divided by pi times d to the fourth, or j, pi d to the fourth over 32. Pi times diameter, which is 2 to the fourth power divided by 32, divided by 12 times 10 to the 6, plus theta 2, again we'll just use t because they're equal, t times the length of 3.25 times 12 divided by pi d to the fourth, that's 1.5 to the fourth over 32, divided by 12 times 10 to the 6, equals 6 pi over 180 is pi over 30. So t equals pi over 30 divided by the quantity. The first term is 6.5 times 12 divided by pi divided by the diameter to the fourth power. That's 2 to the fourth power divided by 12 times 10 to the 6. Then we'll multiply 32. Plus the second term is 3.25. Convert to inches times 12 divided by j, that's pi, divided by 1.5 to the fourth power, divided by g, 12 times 10 to the 6, times 32, close parenthesis, equals, t is 9,807.25 pounds. So now we are going to solve the shearing stress in each of the shaft. Although they have the same torque, but since they have different diameter and shearing stress, which is 16t over pi d cube, is a function of the diameter, and they have different diameters, so we will expect different values for its shearing stress. So for the shearing stress of the left shaft, that's shearing stress 1 equals 16 times t, 9807.25 divided by pi times its diameter 2 cube. So that's 16 times 9807.25 divided by pi divided by 2 cube is 6,243 psi. For the right side, that's 16, the same torque, divided by pi, different diameter now, 1.5 cube. So we have the shearing stress for the right side, 16 times 9,807.25 divided by pi divided by 1.5 cube equals 14,800 psi. So these are our answers.